Chapter 1. The Platform in Soft Rain. You step onto the Aomori platform, and the first thing you notice is the rain. A soft, steady mist that seems to drift more than fall, settling onto your shoulders like the lightest of blankets. The platform stretches out before you in long, polished stone, dark and gleaming where the lamplight catches it, and you take a slow breath of the cool, damp air, feeling it move gently through you, carrying with it the faint mineral scent of wet granite and the green hush of distant cedar. Overhead, paper lanterns hang in a long, even line, each one glowing a soft amber, and you watch the way the mist gathers around them, forming wide, hazy halos that shimmer and shift with every breath of wind. The light is warm without being bright, the kind of glow that seems to belong to a quiet hour, and you find yourself slowing your steps without meaning to, letting your eyes drift from one lantern to the next, from one soft halo to another, as though following a string of small, glowing moons through the gentle weather. The sound of the rain is everywhere, and yet nowhere in particular. It taps against the curved metal roof above you, in a soft, uneven rhythm, never quite repeating itself, never quite quieting either, and beneath that you can hear the slow drip of water from the eaves, the muffled trickle along the edge of the platform, the wet whisper of droplets falling into shallow puddles already gathered between the stones. It is a sound that asks nothing of you, a sound that simply continues, patient and unhurried, easing the edges of every other thought. Somewhere far down the platform, a station bell rings, a single, low, resonant note, more felt than heard, and you let the sound move through you, the way the mist moves through the lantern light. It rings again, slower this time, the bronze hum lingering in the damp air, and you notice your shoulders settling a little lower, your breath finding its own gentler pace, in and out, in and out, the way the rain itself seems to breathe. The platform is almost empty. A few quiet travelers stand in soft pools of lamplight further along, their silhouettes blurred by mist, their footsteps muffled by the wet stone. No one hurries here. No one calls. The air carries only the hush of the weather and the slow, even ringing of the bell, and you feel the calm of it sink into your chest, like warmth into cold hands. Ahead of you, the long body of the sleeper train waits, its dark green paint deepened by the rain, its rounded windows lit from within by a warm, honeyed light. Each window holds a small, glowing rectangle of golden softness, and you can see the faint outlines of curtained berths inside, the gleam of polished wood, the suggestion of quiet warmth waiting just beyond the glass. A station attendant stands near the doorway, dressed in a neat dark uniform, white gloves resting lightly at his sides. He sees you approach and gives you the smallest of nods, a slow, courteous gesture of welcome, and then turns his eyes back toward the rain. There is no rush in him, no impatience, only a calm professionalism that feels like part of the weather itself. He raises one gloved hand and gestures with quiet grace toward the open vestibule door, where the warm golden light spills softly onto the wet platform stones. You feel the mist still settling on your face, cool and clean, and you take one last slow breath of the damp, lantern-lit air. Behind you, the bell rings once more, low and unhurried, the sound dissolving into the soft, endless tapping of the rain. And ahead of you, the warm interior of the train waits, glowing gently, patient as the weather, ready to gather you in. Chapter 2. The Vestibule's Warm Welcome. You step up into the vestibule, and the air changes around you all at once. The cool damp of the platform falling away behind you, replaced by a quiet, enveloping warmth that seems to wrap around your shoulders and settle there like a soft, weightless shawl. The shift is gentle, not sudden, the kind of warmth that doesn't press against you, but instead seems to recognize you, drawing you in by degrees, easing the chill from your cheeks and from the backs of your hands, without your having to notice it happening. The first scent that reaches you is the warm, honeyed fragrance of polished wood, deep and slightly sweet, the kind of scent that lives in old libraries and quiet temples, a smell of patient years, of careful hands, of slow afternoons spent with soft cloth and gentle oil. Beneath it, drifting from somewhere deeper inside the train, you catch the faint, grassy warmth of green tea, a soft vegetal note just barely there, curling at the edges of the wood, sent like a thread of steam. You take a slow breath, letting the warm air fill you completely, and you feel something inside you settle, the way a small stone settles to the bottom of a still pond. The vestibule itself is small and beautifully kept, its walls panelled in dark wood that gleams softly under the low light, every joint and seam fitted with quiet precision. You notice the way the wood seems to glow rather than shine, the lamplight sinking into it and warming it from within, the grain showing in slow, flowing patterns that your eyes follow without effort. The fittings are brass, polished to a soft, buttery glow, and you notice how each surface catches the lamplight in its own slow way. A curved handle on the inner door, a small recessed lamp set into the paneling, a slender rail running along the wall at the height of your hand. None of them glare, none of them gleam sharply. Each one holds the light gently, like cupped palms holding a small warm flame, and your gaze moves easily from one to the next, finding a quiet pleasure in the soft repetition of golden warmth on golden wood. A small lantern hangs above the inner doorway, its paper shade glowing the same soft amber as the lanterns out on the platform. a quiet visual thread tying the cool, wet outside to the warm, dry inside, as though the train itself is gently reassuring you that you have not left the gentle world of the rain behind, only stepped into a warmer corner of it. You feel the floor beneath your feet, solid and slightly cushioned, the soft give of a thick mat covering polished boards, the faint, far-off hum of the train at rest reaches you through the soles of your shoes, a deep, low note that you feel more than hear, steady as a slow heartbeat. You stand for a moment without moving, simply breathing the warm, wood-scented air, feeling the warmth settling into the small of your back and into the palms of your hands, easing the last of the damp from your sleeves. Somewhere ahead, beyond the inner door, a soft golden corridor waits, lit by more of the small, recessed lamps, and you can just make out the faintest sound of a kettle, somewhere far down the train, a slow, gentle hiss, almost dreamlike, the kind of sound that belongs to evenings and to patient hands. You let your shoulders soften slowly, feeling the warmth move down through your chest, through your arms, into the very tips of your fingers. The brass fittings glow gently around you. The wood breathes its quiet, honeyed scent, and the green tea fragrance drifts a little closer on the warm, still air, welcoming you inward, slowly, gently, with no hurry at all. Chapter 3. The Corridor of Amber Lamps. You step out from the warmth of the entry, slowly, into a long, narrow corridor that stretches gently before you, and the first thing you notice is the carpet beneath your shoes, deep red and softly woven, so thick that your footsteps make almost no sound at all. Just a quiet, cushioned hush, a gentle pressing down into something warm and welcoming, again and again, with each unhurried step. The corridor is narrow and long, panelled in dark, honeyed wood that glows softly in the lamplight, and along the right-hand wall, set at gentle intervals, small amber lamps cast their warm pools of light onto the polished grain. Each lamp glows like a tiny resting sun behind a softly frosted glass shade, a slow, steady amber light that seems to breathe in time with the train itself, gentle, patient, never bright, never sharp, only warm, only warm. You walk slowly, slowly, letting one pool of amber light fold around you, and then the next, and then the next. Each one washes over your shoulders for a moment, settles into the fabric of your sleeves, and then releases you softly into the dim space between, where the wood breathes its quiet scent of polish and old varnish, and somewhere, faintly, the warm green tea fragrance still lingers in the still air. To your left, the windows pass one by one, tall and narrow, each one curtained at the edges with deep wine-colored velvet drawn back just enough to show the night outside. And against each pane of glass, the rain murmurs, not loud, never loud, only a soft pattering whisper, a hush of tiny drops settling against the glass and slipping slowly downward. You can see them when you pause for just a moment. Little beads of water, glowing amber in the lamplight, sliding slowly, slowly down the dark glass, leaving silver trails behind them as they go. The rain has a rhythm all its own, soft and unhurried, like fingertips drumming gently on a table far away, like the patient breathing of someone fast asleep in the next room. You feel that rhythm settle into your chest, slowly. The soft tap, tap, tap of the drops, the long, quiet pauses in between, the deep, cushioned silence of the carpet beneath you, the warm gold pulse of the amber lamps moving past, one after another. The corridor curves ever so gently to the right as you walk, and the air grows warmer the deeper in you go. Somewhere ahead, you can hear the faint, low hum of the train resting on its tracks, a quiet, thrumming sound that you feel more than hear, a soft vibration moving up through the carpet and into the soles of your feet, gentle, steady, like the breathing of a great patient animal at rest. You pass a small brass plaque on the wall, etched with a quiet number, and then another, and another, each compartment door numbered in soft brushed gold, each one closed and quiet, each one holding its own small, still world behind it. The wood of the doors is darker than the panels of the walls, smoothed by many hands over many years, and the brass handles glow softly in the amber light, polished to a warm, dull shine. You move past compartment 3, slowly, and 4. Your footsteps soundless in the deep red carpet, your shoulders soft, your breath slow, the lamps glow, the rain murmurs, the wood breathes its quiet, honeyed scent. And somewhere up ahead, just a little further down the gentle curve of the corridor, your own compartment waits for you, patient and quiet, ready whenever you arrive. You let the warmth of the amber light wash over you again, slowly, and you keep walking, gently, gently, deeper into the soft hush of the train, where the rain murmurs against the windows, and the lamps glow on, one after another, on and on. And there, at the end of the soft glow of lamps, you come at last to a door marked with a small brass 7, and beside it, in slightly smaller brass letters, the soft curve of a gentle B, Compartment 7B, and beside it, in slightly smaller brass letters, the soft curve of a gentle B, Compartment 7B. You let your hand rest for a moment on the warm brass handle, polished smooth by many quiet hands before yours, and you feel the gentle weight of it under your fingers, a small, solid weight that seems to welcome you, slowly, slowly inward. The door slides open on its track, with a soft whisper of wood against wood, a slow, gliding hush that ends in a quiet click. And there, waiting for you, is a small private world, warm and softly lit, perfectly arranged for rest. The first thing you notice is the light. A single brass reading lamp glows on the side table to your right, its small frosted shade casting a warm amber sphere of light into the room, just enough to soften every edge, just enough to turn every surface honey gold. The light pools on the polished wood of the small table, glows along the smooth grain of the wall panels, settles softly into the deep green velvet of the cushioned bench seat beside the window. The bed is made neatly and softly, the linens fresh and cream white, smoothed flat by careful hands, and at the foot of the bed lies a thick folded blanket of deep wool, dark forest green at its edges, and a warmer shade of moss green at its center. You can almost feel the weight of it just by looking at it. A heavy, warm, comforting weight, slow and patient, the kind of blanket that wraps around shoulders like an old, quiet friend. On the small side table, beside the warm brass lamp, a porcelain thermos rests on a small lacquered tray. The thermos is round and cream pale, painted with a single thin line of soft blue around its waist, and from its open top a slow ribbon of steam rises into the warm, still air, slowly, slowly, curling upward in long, lazy spirals, drifting gently toward the amber glow of the lamp. Beside the thermos sits a single small porcelain cup, empty and waiting, its rim painted with the same soft blue line, its surface warmed already by the steam drifting close. The scent of barley tea fills the small compartment, slow and warm and faintly toasted. A soft, round scent, comforting and familiar, like grain warmed in sunlight, like a kitchen at evening when the day's work is done. It mingles with the honeyed scent of the wood, with the faint, clean smell of the fresh linens, with the warm woolen scent of the folded blanket. All of it slow, all of it gentle, all of it welcoming you inward. You step softly into the small, warm space, slowly, and the door whispers closed behind you, sealing in the warmth, sealing in the soft amber glow. The rain murmurs against the window to your left, soft and patient, and the small private world is complete. And now, slowly, slowly, let your eyes rest on the warm amber glow of the lamp. See it as a soft, warm sphere of golden light, glowing gently in the heart of the room. And slowly, slowly, let that warm, golden sphere grow, expanding outward, filling the air around you with its slow, honey-warm glow. Feel the warmth of that golden sphere settle softly onto your shoulders, slowly, drifting down through your chest, slowly, warming the air you breathe, warming the space around your hands, warming the small private world from edge to gentle edge. The lamp glows on slowly. The steam rises slowly. The rain murmurs slowly against the glass, and the warm amber sphere fills the room slowly, slowly, holding you gently inside its soft golden light, welcoming you deeper, deeper into the warm, still hush of the night. Chapter 5. The train begins to move, and there, within that soft golden hush, somewhere far beneath the floor, somewhere deep below your resting feet, a low hum begins to rise, slowly, a deep and patient hum that drifts up through the wooden boards, a deep and patient hum that rises through the wooden boards, through the soft wool of the rug, through the cushion beneath you, and settles gently into the small bones of your ankles, slowly, a hum so low it feels more like warmth than sound, more like a long, slow breath the train is taking, drawing in the cold, quiet air of the platform and letting it out into the rain. You sit on the edge of the bed, slowly, the cup of warm barley tea cradled between both hands, and you feel the heat of it press against the soft pads of your fingers, against the inside of your palms, against the small soft hollow of your wrists, where the steam curls upward and warms the underside of your jaw. The tea smells of toasted grain and quiet kitchens, of dim afternoons and old kettles, and it warms the air just in front of your face, slowly, slowly, so that each breath you take is faintly sweet, faintly warm, faintly the color of honey. The train slides forward. You feel it more than you hear it, a soft, long pull through the floor, a gentle leaning of the small lamp on the table, a slow drifting of the steam from your cup as the whole compartment shifts slowly, like a boat easing away from a dock. The platform outside begins to glide past the window, slowly, and the lanterns that had stood so still and amber now stretch into long, warm streaks, slowly. And then the platform is gone, and the city begins. The city through the rain-streaked glass is not a city of buildings, not a city of streets and signs, but a city of light, slowly. Long ribbons of gold pulled across the dark, long pools of red trembling on wet pavement, long blue smears of neon dissolving into the mist. You watch the lights without trying to see them clearly, slowly. You let your eyes soften the way they soften just before sleep, and the lights soften too, becoming brush strokes, becoming gentle sweeps of color across the dark, becoming nothing more than warm light moving slowly through warm dark. You imagine a quiet brush, slowly, a slow, patient brush dipped in soft gold, drawing a single long stroke across the window, slowly, and the stroke dissolves, slowly, into the deep velvet dark beyond. Another stroke, slowly, deeper amber this time, a long slow ribbon that softens at the edges and melts into the night. Another, slowly, the soft rose of a distant lantern, drawn long and slow across the glass, and then quietly dissolving. Each stroke begins bright, slowly, and ends in gentle dark, slowly, and you feel your breath softening with each one, slowly, slowly, as the city pours itself into the window, in long, warm brush strokes of gold. The tea in your hands grows a little cooler now, slowly. Still warm, still gentle, but quieter, more settled. The way the day grows quieter as it folds itself toward night. You lift the cup slowly and take a small, slow sip, and the warmth moves through your chest slowly down into the small, soft center of you, slowly, spreading outward into your ribs, slowly, into your shoulders, slowly, into the warm space at the base of your throat. The hum of the train continues, slowly, low and patient and unbroken, slowly. The lights continue their soft dissolving outside the window, slowly. The steam continues its slow curl upward from the cup, slowly. And you sit at the edge of the bed, slowly, watching the city melt into gold brush strokes, watching each stroke dissolve gently into the dark, watching the warm world slide softly, slowly, slowly, into the deep velvet hush of the night. Chapter 6. Rain on the window. The city is gone now, slowly. Gone the way warm breath is gone from a window pane, slowly fading at the edges, and then quietly absent, leaving only the soft, dark countryside outside, slowly. Only the long, low fields and the long, low hills, only the deep, patient dark beyond the glass, only the rain. The rain has changed. It is no longer the bright, busy rain of the station, no longer the hurried rain of the city streets. It is a softer rain now, slowly. A slower rain, slowly. A rain that taps the window in a long, gentle rhythm, slowly. Tap, tap, and tap. Soft and patient and unhurried, slowly. Like a small, quiet hand resting again and again on the glass. The brass lamp on the table glows steady, slowly, its small amber flame unmoving even as the train sways, slowly, even as the floor shifts gently beneath you, slowly. The lamp holds its warm, round circle of light around the bed, around your hands, around the soft folds of the wool blanket, slowly. A small, steady island of gold in the long, quiet dark. The train sways, slowly. A long, soft sway to the left, slowly. And then a long, soft sway to the right, slowly. And your body sways with it, slowly. The way a small boat sways on a calm, slow river, the way a soft lantern sways on a long, quiet porch. You feel the sway in your shoulders, slowly. You feel it in your back, slowly. You feel it settling you, slowly, like a long, slow rocking, slowly, slowly, slowly. You breathe in, slowly, with the soft tap of the rain, and the breath fills the warm space behind your ribs, slowly, gently, fully. You hold the breath for a small, soft moment, slowly. A moment that feels like the small, soft pause between one drop of rain and the next, slowly. And then you release the breath, slowly, as the train sways onward, slowly, into the dark, in again, slowly, with the rain, tap, and tap, and tap, the air drawn in soft and cool and quiet, slowly, held, slowly, in the warm, still space of your chest, and out, slowly, with the sway of the train, slowly, the breath going out into the warm air of the compartment, slowly, into the soft gold light of the lamp, slowly, into the long, slow hush of the rain, in slowly, and out slowly, in with the rain, slowly, and out with the train, slowly. The rhythm finds you the way warm water finds the shape of a cup, slowly. It settles into you, slowly, without effort, without trying, slowly, slowly, slowly. The window cools beside you, slowly. The rain taps a little softer now, slowly. The lamp glows a little dimmer in the corner of your eye, slowly. The wool blanket grows a little warmer against your legs, slowly. Your eyelids feel a little heavier now, slowly. Your shoulders feel a little softer now, slowly. The small bones of your hands feel a little quieter now, slowly, slowly. In, slowly, with the soft, slow rain. Hold, slowly, for the small, quiet pause. Out, slowly, with the long, gentle sway of the train. Slowly, onward, slowly, into the dark, slowly, into the hush, slowly, into the warm, patient night that holds the train and the rain and the small gold lamp and the warm, small bed, and you, slowly, slowly, all together, slowly, drifting onward, slowly, breathing slowly, swaying slowly, 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 into the deep, soft hush of sleep. Chapter 7. Lanterns dissolving into dark. You lie back, slowly, against the soft pillow, and the pillow yields, slowly, to the weight of your head, and your head settles, slowly, into the gentle hollow it makes, and the small compartment hums, slowly, around you, with the long, quiet swaying of the train. The rain on the window has softened now, slowly, into a fine, slow mist, a thin silver veil that drifts, slowly, across the glass, and beyond the glass the countryside passes, slowly, in long, quiet washes of shadow and blurred light, slowly, on and on, slowly, into the warm, dark night. You feel the weight of your body settling, slowly, deeper into the small, warm bed, and the blanket lies heavy, slowly, across your chest, and your shoulders sink, slowly, into the cushioned softness beneath them, and your arms grow heavy, slowly, by your sides, and your hands rest, slowly, palm down on the warm woven cloth, and your fingers soften, slowly, one by one, slowly, into stillness. The small gold lamp glows, slowly, in its brass cradle on the wall, and its warm amber light pools, slowly, over the wooden panels of the compartment, and the wood holds the light, slowly, in its soft grain, and the air smells, slowly, of cedar and warm cotton, and the faint, clean sweetness of distant rain. Outside the window, the dark fields stretch, slowly, far and quiet, and the train moves, slowly, across them, swaying, slowly, on the long iron rails, and the rails hum slowly beneath you, a low, patient hum that travels slowly up through the floor, and into the soft, warm bed, and into your slow, heavy body. And far away, across the dark fields, a distant village appears, slowly, a small cluster of warm yellow lanterns glowing, slowly, in the soft mist, and the lanterns shimmer, slowly, like small drops of honey, slowly, suspended in the deep blue dark, slowly, far away, slowly, and they pass, slowly, in a long, quiet drift across the window. And as each lantern passes, slowly, you imagine it carrying a small piece of your tiredness, slowly, softly, away into the dark. The first lantern glows, slowly, and lifts a small weight from your forehead, slowly, and dissolves, slowly, into the soft blue dark. The second lantern glows, slowly, and lifts a small weight from your shoulders, slowly, and dissolves, slowly, into the soft blue dark. The third lantern glows, slowly, and lifts a small weight from your chest, slowly, and dissolves, slowly, into the soft blue dark. And one by one, slowly, the lanterns pass, slowly, and one by one, slowly, the small weights lift, slowly, and one by one, slowly, the lanterns dissolve, slowly, into the soft, warm, patient night. The countryside grows darker, slowly, and the lanterns grow fewer, slowly, and the mist on the window grows softer, slowly, and the swaying of the train grows gentler, slowly, and your breathing grows slower, slowly, in time with the long, slow drifting of the world outside. In, slowly, with the soft, slow mist, and out, slowly, with the long, gentle sway. In, slowly, with the warm amber lamp, and out, slowly, with the small, distant lanterns. In, slowly, with the cedar warm air, and out, slowly, with the soft hum of the rails. And your eyelids grow heavier, slowly, and your body grows heavier, slowly, and the pillow holds you, slowly, and the blanket holds you, slowly, and the warm, small bed holds you, slowly, and the train carries you, slowly, onward, slowly, into the deep, dark fields, slowly, into the soft mist, slowly, into the warm, patient night, slowly, slowly, drifting onward, slowly, slowly, slowly. Chapter 8. The long, slow exhale. The small brass lamp dims, slowly, on the wall, slowly, to a low, warm ember, slowly, a soft amber glow no brighter than a held breath, slowly, slowly, glowing, slowly, in the dim, warm dark. The rain on the window blurs, slowly, into a soft, continuous whisper, slowly, a long, low hush that wraps, slowly, around the small compartment, slowly, 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 and the train carries you, slowly, gently, slowly, onward, slowly, into the deep, soft night. You close your eyes, slowly, and the warm, dark folds, slowly, around you. The blanket lies warm, slowly, across your chest, slowly, and warm, slowly, across your arms, slowly, and warm, slowly, across your slow, heavy legs, slowly, and warm, slowly, across your soft, slow feet, slowly, and you breathe slowly. In, slowly, and out, slowly, and in, slowly, and out, slowly, 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 and a warm golden light slowly appears, slowly, at the crown of your head, slowly, a soft, slow glow, slowly, like the small ember of the lamp, slowly, warm and patient, slowly, and slow, and the warm golden light moves, slowly, down through your slow, heavy body, slowly, softening everything it touches, slowly. It moves, slowly, through your forehead, slowly, and your forehead softens, slowly, into warm, slow stillness. It moves, slowly, through your eyes, slowly, and your eyes soften, slowly, behind their slow, heavy lids. It moves, slowly, through your jaw, slowly, and your jaw softens, slowly, and your mouth softens, slowly, and your throat softens, slowly, into warm, slow stillness. In, slowly, and out, slowly, slowly, slowly. The warm, golden light moves, slowly, down through your shoulders, slowly, and your shoulders soften, slowly, into the warm bed. It moves, slowly, down through your arms, slowly, and your arms grow warm, slowly, and slow, slowly, and heavy, slowly. It moves, slowly, into your hands, slowly, and your hands soften, slowly, and your fingers soften, slowly, into warm, slow stillness on the warm, soft cloth. In, slowly, and out, slowly, slowly, slowly. The warm, golden light moves, slowly, down through your chest, slowly, and your chest softens, slowly, into the slow rise and slow fall of your slow, soft breathing. It moves, slowly, down through your stomach, slowly, and your stomach softens, slowly, and the warm blanket holds it, slowly, gently, slowly. It moves, slowly, down through your hips, slowly, and your hips soften, slowly, into the warm, soft bed. It moves, slowly, down through your slow, heavy legs, slowly, and your legs grow warm, slowly, and slow, slowly, and soft, slowly, and still. It moves, slowly, into your feet, slowly, and your feet soften, slowly, into warm, slow stillness beneath the warm, slow blanket. In, slowly, and out, slowly, slowly, slowly. The rain whispers, slowly, on the window, slowly, slowly. The lamp glows, slowly, low and amber, slowly, slowly, slowly. The train sways, slowly, on the long iron rails, slowly, slowly, slowly. And the warm, small compartment holds you, slowly, gently, slowly, in its quiet, warm dark. In, slowly, with the soft, slow whisper of the rain, and out, slowly, with the long, slow sway of the train. In, slowly, with the warm, slow ember of the lamp, and out, slowly, with the warm, slow weight of the blanket. In, slowly, and out, slowly, 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 and the warm golden light glows, slowly, all through your slow, soft body, slowly, and the warm blanket holds you, slowly, and the warm bed holds you, slowly, and the warm train carries you, slowly, onward, slowly, into the soft, deep hush, slowly, 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 into sleep, slowly, 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 slowly. And as the warm hush of the window settles deeper, deeper, the soft rain blurring into one long, quiet breath, you feel yourself drifting, gently, gently, the seat beneath you dissolving into something softer still. And when you open your eyes, slowly, ever so slowly, you find yourself further back along the train, in a small wood-panelled carriage at the very last car, where the light is amber and the air is warmer and the world moves slowly past behind you. 4 velvet armchairs rest in a quiet half-circle. A low brass kettle hums on a small side stove, breathing its faint, warm steam into the lantern glow. And the wide rear window holds the receding tracks, 2 soft silver lines drifting away, away, into the hush of misty cedar forest. You settle into the nearest chair, slowly, softly, slowly, and the train carries you onward, onward, into the deeper hush. Chapter 1. Boarding at dusk. You step down from the small wooden footbridge and onto the platform, and the gravel beneath your shoes settles with a soft, dry sound that seems to belong only to evenings like this. The air in Akita has cooled with the slipping of the sun, and you can feel it against your cheeks, a thin, clean coolness that carries the faintest scent of cedar smoke from somewhere beyond the rice fields. The platform is quiet. A single station bell, hung from a wooden post far down the line, taps once against itself in the breeze, and the sound drifts toward you and then away, gentle as a thought you almost remembered. The train waits beside the platform, long and dark and patient. You can see the lanterns first, before anything else. Small, round glass lanterns hung at intervals along the carriages, each one glowing a warm amber through fogged windows, each one swaying just slightly, almost imperceptibly, as if the train itself were breathing in its sleep. The light from these lanterns spills out onto the platform in soft, blurred circles, and you notice how the wood of the platform planks holds that light, how the grain seems to drink it in. You walk toward the nearest carriage, and your footsteps make a slow, even sound on the boards. The conductor stands at the open door, his uniform a deep navy blue, his cap pressed neatly forward, his gloved hands clasped behind him. He sees you, and he nods. Just once, a small bow of the head, his eyes kind and tired in the lantern light. You return the nod, and you step up the small iron stair into the carriage, and the warmth meets you immediately. Inside, the corridor stretches softly ahead, lit by more of those amber lanterns set into brass sconces along the walls. The wood panelling is the color of dark honey, polished by years of hands, and the floor beneath your feet is covered with a thin runner of deep red carpet, worn smooth in the middle from countless quiet passengers. You can smell the faintest trace of varnish, of old paper, of green tea cooling somewhere in a porcelain cup, and beneath all of it, the warm, mineral smell of a coal stove glowing somewhere in the next carriage. You find a small seat near a window, and you settle into it. The cushion gives beneath you with a soft sigh of feathers and time. You let your bag rest beside you. Your hands fold themselves into your lap without your asking, the way hands do when a body knows it is safe. Outside, the platform begins to slip. You feel it before you see it. A soft, low murmur in the floor, a gathering of weight in the wheels, and then the gentlest possible lurch, no more startling than a turning over in sleep. The carriage rocks once, twice, and then it begins to glide. The platform lantern slides past your window in a slow blur of warm light, and then the dark fields beyond it, and then the silver thread of a small river, and then nothing but the deepening blue of the country evening. The wheels find their rhythm beneath you. Click, 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 click. A 4-beat pattern, steady and patient, like a clock that has long since stopped trying to hurry. The lantern above your seat sways with the motion, casting its soft amber light across the wood, across your hands, across the worn red carpet of the floor. The window glass is faintly fogged at its edges, and through it you can see the last violet streak of sky settling behind the low hills. You feel yourself settle, too. The train carries you onward, gently, gently, into the long blue evening, and you let it carry you. There is nowhere you need to be. There is only the lantern, and the rhythm, and the slow turning of the wheels beneath you. Chapter 2. Through the swaying corridors. After a little while, you rise from your seat. There is no hurry in the movement. You simply stand, smoothing the front of your coat with one slow brush of your palm, and you decide, in the way one decides such small things on a long journey, that you would like to walk back through the train. The conductor mentioned, with the faintest gesture earlier, that the observation car sits at the very back, lantern lit and quiet, and you find that the thought of it has settled in you like a small, warm coal. You step into the corridor. The floor rocks gently beneath your feet, a slow, side-to-side motion that you begin to match without thinking, your weight shifting from one foot to the other in a soft, easy rhythm. The carpet absorbs your steps almost entirely. You hear only the faint creak of old wood and the steady click, 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 click of the rails beneath the carriage, that patient 4-beat pulse that seems to come not from the train, but from somewhere deeper, somewhere already inside you. Your right hand finds the brass railing that runs the length of the corridor. The metal is cool against your palm, smooth as river stones, polished by decades of passing hands. You let your fingers trail along it as you walk, and the coolness travels up through your fingertips, into your wrist, a small, clean sensation that grounds you with each gentle sway of the floor. You pass the first compartment. The door is partly open, and through the gap you see a single passenger asleep against the window, a folded newspaper resting on their chest, their breathing slow and deep. A reading lamp glows at their elbow, its small green glass shade casting a soft jade light onto their hands. You do not pause. You only notice the way one notices a stone in a stream bed, and then you continue. The next door is closed, but as you pass it, the scent reaches you. Green tea, freshly poured, steam rising somewhere just beyond the polished wood. The smell is grassy and warm, faintly sweet, and it lingers in the corridor for a few steps before fading behind you. You breathe it in slowly, and you feel the warmth of it settle somewhere behind your collarbone. The train sways. Your hand on the brass adjusts without thought. Click, 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 click. The rails beneath you. Steady, steady. A rhythm that loosens the small muscles in your shoulders without your noticing, that softens the line of your jaw, that asks nothing of you but to keep moving slowly forward. You pass another compartment. A flickering reading lamp here, its filament uneven, casting a slow pulse of amber across the empty seats. The flicker is gentle, almost like a candle, and you watch it for a single breath as you pass. In and out, and then onward. You reach the small vestibule between carriages. The doors slide aside for you with a soft pneumatic sigh, and for a moment the night air touches your face, cool and clean, smelling of grass and far-off rain. The clicking of the wheels grows louder here, more honest, the metal voice of the train singing its long song into the dark. You cross the small bridge of plates between cars, and you feel the slight, deeper sway of the join beneath your feet. And then the next door opens, and the warmth of the next carriage gathers you in. Another corridor, another runner of deep red carpet, another row of small amber lanterns swaying very slightly above the doors. Your hand finds the new railing without looking, and the cool brass meets your fingers as if it had been waiting for them. You walk on, slowly, slowly, the rhythm of the rails beneath you. Click, 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 and the slow, easy sway of the floor carrying you onward, deeper into the gentle, lantern-lit length of the train. Chapter 3. The lounge at the rear. At the end of the corridor, a heavy wooden door waits, its panels darkened with age, the grain swirling in slow, soft rivers beneath a finish so worn it almost glows. Your hand reaches for the brass handle, cool and rounded and smooth, and you ease it sideways, slowly, slowly, and the door slides along its old runners with a low, contented sigh, the kind of sound something makes when it has done the same small task 1,000 times and never tired of it. You step through, and the observation car gathers you in. It is warm in here, warmer than the corridor, warmer in a way you can feel along your cheekbones and the backs of your hands, and the soft skin just beneath your jaw. The whole car is lined in panels of dark, honey-colored wood, ribbed with thin strips of brass that catch the light and hold it gently, the way calm water holds the shape of a candle. 2 lanterns hang from the curved ceiling on slender chains, swaying ever so slightly with the easy motion of the train, and their amber light pools across everything, softening the corners, blurring the edges, turning the whole long room into something half-remembered, half-dreamt. 4 velvet armchairs face the wide rear window. Deep, generous chairs the color of dark wine, their backs tall and softly curved, their armrests rounded where countless palms have rested. Between them, low round tables of the same warm wood, each one set with a small brass lamp and a folded woolen blanket. The window beyond them is enormous, a long curve of dark glass framing the receding night, and the rails outside slip away from it, 2 thin silver threads unspooling into the gentle dark. To your right, against the panelled wall, a small black stove glows with a soft, settled heat, and on top of it sits a brass kettle, polished by years of patient hands, its spout breathing the lightest thread of steam. The hiss is so quiet you almost mistake it for the breath of the room itself. A long, slow shh that rises and falls in time with the sway of the carriage, in time with the click of the rails, in time with something very deep and very calm inside you that has begun, at last, to settle. An elderly attendant tends the kettle, white hair cropped close, a neat dark waistcoat, sleeves rolled just past the wrists. He moves the way old clocks move, without hurry, without waste, every small gesture finished before the next begins. He looks up as you enter, and his eyes are kind, set deep in the soft folds of a long-lived face, and he offers you the smallest nod, a nod of welcome, a nod of recognition, a nod that asks nothing of you and expects nothing in return. With one open hand, he gestures, very gently, toward the row of armchairs at the window. The chair on the left, you notice, has been turned just slightly toward you, as if it had been waiting. You feel your shoulders drop. You feel your breath lengthen. You feel the warmth of the stove on the side of your face, and the soft scent of wood smoke and steeped leaves drifting in the air, and the faint, comforting note of beeswax from the polished panels. The lanterns sway. The kettle breathes. The rails click and click and click, somewhere far below your feet, and the carriage rocks you slowly, slowly forward into the long, dark, gentle night. You take one quiet step, then another. The deep red carpet receives you without a sound. The window grows wider as you approach, the silver rails curling away beneath it, and the velvet chair waits, patient and dark and soft, ready to hold you for as long as you need to be held. Chapter 4. Sinking into velvet. You stand for one quiet moment beside the chair, your hand resting lightly on its high curved back, the velvet beneath your fingertips deep and dense and impossibly soft, the kind of softness that seems to press back ever so gently against your skin. The fabric is warm, warmer than you expected, as if the chair, too, has been sitting near the stove, gathering heat into itself, waiting patiently for you to arrive. Slowly, slowly, you let yourself lower into it. The velvet receives you the way a held breath finally releases. Your back settles into the tall, softly curved support, and the cushioning yields beneath you in slow, generous degrees, cradling the long line of your spine, easing the small of your back, letting your shoulders sink down and down and down until they rest, at last, exactly where they want to rest. The armrests meet your forearms with the same quiet welcome, rounded and soft, padded by years of patient use. You let your hands lie open in your lap. You let your jaw soften. You let the back of your head settle against the high curve of the chair, and the velvet there is so deep that it seems to cradle the very shape of your skull. A soft sound at your side. The attendant has come, silently, and is placing a small ceramic cup on the low round table beside you. The cup is the color of river stones, glazed in a soft, mottled green, and a thin curl of steam rises from its open mouth. Hojicha. The warm, toasted, woody scent of it drifts up and finds you. Earthy, mellow, faintly sweet, like the smell of autumn leaves warmed by a low sun. You wrap your hands around the cup, and the ceramic is warm, warm, warm against your palms, the heat spreading slowly through your fingers, up into your wrists, easing into the small muscles you did not know were still holding on. Beyond the wide rear window, the world slips quietly away. The rails curve out behind the train in two long silver lines, narrowing and narrowing toward a distant vanishing point, lost in the soft white of low mist. Cedar forest rises on either side, tall dark trees crowded close, their branches heavy and still, their trunks half dissolved in fog. Somewhere far back along the rails, a single small light glows, and then, very gently, is folded into the mist. The train rocks, the carriage sways. The lanterns above you breathe their slow amber light across everything, and as you sit here, held by velvet, warmed by ceramic, watching the rails unspool, you begin to notice the floor of the carriage beneath your feet, the warm, steady, gently swaying floor. You feel it through the soles of your shoes, through the soft pads of your feet, and slowly, slowly, your feet begin to soften toward it. Your toes uncurl, the arches of your feet lengthen. The small, tight muscles you carry there, all day, every day, begin, quietly, to let go. Your ankles release. The weight of your legs settles downward, and your feet sink in their easy resting place into the warm floor of the carriage, as if they were finally remembering how to be held. The rails click. The kettle breathes. The lanterns sway. The mist gathers in the cedars and folds the tracks away. You lift the cup, slowly, slowly, and the warm hojicha touches your lips, soft and earthy and quiet, and you swallow, and the warmth moves down through your chest in a long, slow line, settling, settling into the deep center of you. And the chair holds you, and the velvet holds you, and the long, dark, gentle train rocks you onward, slowly, slowly, into the soft, drifting night. Chapter 5. Rain on the rear window. And somewhere in the long, quiet hush of the carriage, you notice it, a soft tap, and then another, and then another. Small, gentle taps against the wide rear window behind you, where the dark countryside slips away in a slow, endless ribbon. Rain, just the first whisper of it, light as fingertips on glass, and you turn your head, slowly, slowly, to watch. Each droplet catches the lantern light as it lands. A tiny, golden bead, glowing for just a moment against the dark. And then it slides, sideways, drawn by the gentle pull of the moving train, drifting across the glass in a long, slow, shining trail before it disappears into the night. And another droplet lands, and another, each one a small, warm spark of light, each one sliding softly away. The rhythm is so slow, so even, that your eyes begin to follow it without trying. A tap, a slide, a vanishing. A tap, a slide, a vanishing. And your breath, without you asking it to, begins to lengthen. The tea is still warm in your hands. You can feel it through the smooth, rounded curve of the cup, a quiet, low warmth that has settled into your palms, into the soft places between your fingers, into the tips of your thumbs. You hold it there, gently, and the warmth begins to spread, up through your wrists, slowly, up into your forearms, slowly, and the weight of the day, the small, tight weight you have been carrying without noticing, begins to soften at the edges, and the rain taps, and the lanterns sway, and the long, gentle train rocks you, slowly, slowly, through the deep, dark cedar night. You feel your shoulders. Then, just notice them. They have been holding something, a small, quiet tension that gathered there hours ago, maybe days ago, and forgot to leave. And now, with the warmth of the tea climbing up through your arms, with the soft tap of rain on the glass behind you, your shoulders begin, very slowly, to let go. They soften, they drop, just a little, they drop again, and the air around your collarbones feels suddenly wider, suddenly quieter, suddenly free. The warmth moves on, down through your upper arms, heavy now, pleasantly heavy, the way warm sand feels when it presses gently into your skin. Your elbows soften. Your forearms grow heavier in your lap. The cup rests easy in your hands, and your hands rest easy on the cup, and everything in your arms is slow and warm and quiet. And your chest. Oh, your chest. You feel it now, the gentle rise and the gentle fall, and with each slow exhale, something inside the long bones of your ribs releases, just a little. A breath in, soft, unhurried, and a breath out, longer, slower, deeper into the velvet of the chair. And again, a breath in, a breath out, and the rain taps, and the lanterns sway, and your chest grows softer, and softer, and softer still. Outside the rear window, the cedars are blurred now, dark green shadows behind the silver thread of rain, and the rails behind the train shine for just a moment in the lantern light before the mist folds them away. Tap, slide, vanishing. Tap, slide, vanishing. The world is so quiet, so gentle, so slow. You sip the tea, slowly, slowly, and the warmth moves down through your chest in a long, soft line. Your shoulders, low. Your arms, heavy. Your chest, open and quiet. The rain on the glass behind you. A small, steady lullaby of light. And the chair holds you. And the velvet holds you. And the long, dark, gentle train rocks you onward. Slowly, slowly, through the soft, drifting rain. Chapter 6. The 4-beat rhythm. And as the rain settles into its soft, steady whisper against the window, you begin to notice something else, something that has been there all along, just beneath the surface of the quiet. The rails, the wheels beneath the carriage, a clicking, gentle and even. 4 beats, then 4 beats, then 4 beats again. Click, 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 click. Slow and steady, and so even that it begins to feel, after a while, almost like breath. Click, 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 in, click, 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 out, slowly, slowly. The carriage sways, just a little, with each 4-beat measure, a soft rocking, like a cradle, like a hand on your back, like the long, slow breath of someone sleeping beside you. And your body, without you asking it to, begins to sway with it. Just a little, just enough. Slowly, slowly. Beyond the wide rear window, the cedar forest has grown dim at the edges now. The dark green of the branches softens into shadow. The shadow softens into mist. and the mist softens into the slow, drifting night. The lantern light pools warm and gold on the velvet of the chair, on the smooth wood of the table, on the soft curve of the cup in your hands. Everything beyond that warm gold pool is quiet and dark and far away. Click, 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 click. And you notice your jaw. Just notice it. It has been holding, the way jaws do, a small, quiet tension you didn't even know was there. And now, with the 4-beat rhythm humming gently beneath you, with the sway of the carriage rocking you, slowly, slowly, your jaw begins to soften. Your back teeth part, just a little. Your tongue grows heavy, resting low and soft behind your lower teeth. The muscles along the line of your cheeks, the small, quiet muscles you never think about, let go. And your jaw is loose now, loose and heavy and warm. Click, 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 click. And your forehead. You notice your forehead, the smooth, wide space above your eyes, where worry sometimes gathers in small, invisible lines. And now, slowly, slowly, those lines begin to smooth. The skin above your brow grows soft. The space between your eyebrows widens, opens, releases. Your forehead feels cool and wide and quiet and open, like a still pool of water in the dark. Click, 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 click. And the muscles around your eyes, the small, fine muscles that have been working all day, holding, focusing, watching, they begin to let go now. The skin at the corners of your eyes softens. The weight of your eyelids grows heavier, gentler, slower. Your eyes rest easy behind their soft, closed lids, and there is nothing for them to look at, nothing for them to do, nothing for them to hold. They are simply heavy and warm and still. Click, click. Click, 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 click. The rhythm goes on. The rhythm goes on. The cedars dim at the edges. The mist gathers. The lanterns sway. And your face, your whole soft face, is loose now, and quiet, and at rest. Your jaw, soft. Your forehead, smooth. Your eyes, heavy. Your cheeks, warm. Your mouth, gentle and closed and still. Click, 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 click. In, click, 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 click. Out, slowly, slowly. The carriage rocks you. The rails carry you. The rain whispers behind the glass, and the long, gentle train moves you onward, slowly, slowly, through the deep, dark cedar night. Slowly, slowly, into the soft, drifting hush. Slowly, 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 onward. Chapter 7. The forest grows soft. Outside the window, the cedars have begun to lose their edges. The trees that once stood tall and separate, each with its own dark crown and its own gentle sway, have softened now into a single long band of deep, deep green. A slow ribbon of forest unspooling beside the glass, blurred at the edges, smudged at the seams, gentle, gentle, gentle. You watch it pass, and you do not try to see any single tree. You simply let the forest become one long, soft, dark thing moving past you, slowly, slowly, slowly. Somewhere far behind you, behind the velvet curtain at the back of the carriage, behind the small wooden door with its brass handle, the kettle has begun to hiss. It is a soft sound, a whispered sound, a long, low breath of steam drifting out into the warm air of the galley, curling under the door, drifting down the carpeted aisle, finding you here, in your armchair, at the very back of the long, lantern-lit train. You hear it, just barely, a soft, distant hiss, like a sleeping animal breathing in the dark. And the lanterns, you notice, have begun to dim. You did not see anyone touch them. No attendant has walked past. No hand has reached up to lower the wicks. And yet, each small flame has settled lower in its glass, softer now, smaller now, gentler now. The brass fittings glow with a quieter gold. The amber circles on the carpet have grown smaller, dimmer, deeper. The whole carriage is sinking into a darker, warmer, kinder light. A light like honey in a dim kitchen. A light like the last embers of a fire at the end of a long, slow evening. And as the lanterns dim, you feel your legs grow heavy. So heavy. Heavier than you remembered them being. Your thighs settle deeper into the velvet cushion of the armchair, and you can feel the weight of them, the warmth of them, the gentle, gentle sinking of them. Your knees soften. The small bones of your kneecaps go quiet. The long muscles of your calves let go. Slowly, slowly, releasing whatever they had been holding, releasing it down through your ankles, down through your heels, down into the warm wooden floor of the carriage. And your hips, you notice, have begun to soften too. The bowl of your pelvis, the cradle of your lower back, the warm place where your spine meets the chair, all of it releasing, sinking, settling. The velvet of the armchair seems to rise up around you, holding you, cupping you, supporting every part of you that wished, finally, to be supported. Your lower back, fully held. Your hips, fully held. The long line of your spine, gently, gently held. You let your hands rest where they have fallen. You let your shoulders fall away from your ears. You let your jaw, soft. You let your forehead, smooth. And your breath has slowed. You did not slow it. You did not think about slowing it. It has simply matched the long, gentle sway of the carriage now. In as the train leans one way, out as the train leans the other, in and out, and in and out, long and slow and quiet and deep, click, 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 in, click, 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 out. The forest blurs. The lantern dims. The kettle whispers far behind you. And your legs, and your hips, and your back, all held, all heavy, all warm, all softening, softening, softening into the velvet, into the chair, into the long, dark, gentle night. Slowly, 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 slowly. Chapter 8. Carried into sleep. The window, now, is only darkness. The cedars are gone. The forest is gone. The shapes of the night have melted into a single soft pane of black glass beside you. Only the faint, faint reflection of one last lantern flickering there. Only the soft, soft hush of the rain. Only the long, long darkness. Gentle, gentle, gentle. The rails are far away now. You can barely hear them. Click, 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 click. Somewhere far beneath you. Somewhere far, far below. A slow, slow heartbeat of a train. A sleeping train. A train carrying you gently through the deep cedar dark. Slowly, slowly, slowly. The attendant moves down the carriage one last time. You do not see him. You only feel the soft, soft shift of warm air as he passes, and his hand, gentle and unhurried, reaches up and lowers the last lantern. The light grows smaller, 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 until it is only a small, warm coal in the corner of the carriage. A whisper of gold, a breath of light, and then softness, only softness. You feel the warmth at the crown of your head, soft, 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 melting down across your forehead, smooth, your eyes heavy, your cheeks warm, your mouth gentle and closed and still. The warmth moves down, down through your throat, down through your shoulders, down through your chest, slowly, 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 your chest rising, falling, rising, falling, slow and quiet and deep, down through your arms, down through your elbows, down through your wrists, your hands, your fingers, all warm, all soft, all heavy, all at rest, down through your belly, soft and warm, down through your hips, fully held, down through your thighs, heavy, 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 down through your knees, soft, down through your calves, quiet, down through your ankles, your heels, your feet, your toes, all warm, all soft, all still. You are held, you are carried, you are warm, you are soft, you are slow, you are still. In and out, in and out, slowly, slowly, slowly. Carriage rocks you. The rails carry you. The rain whispers behind the glass, and the long, gentle train moves you, slowly, slowly, onward, through the deep, dark cedar night, in and out, in and out, slowly, slowly. The lantern dims, the window darkens, forest sleeps, rails sleep, train sleeps, and you sleep too, soft and warm and slow and held and gentle and still, slowly, 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 in and out, slowly, sleep. And so the observation car fades. The dim lantern, the dark window, the quiet rails, all softening now, drifting somewhere just behind you, as if the whole train is breathing along with you. Slowly, slowly, you feel yourself drifting, carried gently down the swaying corridor, past doors that whisper closed, past windows where the night moves slowly by, and somewhere ahead a soft golden light is waiting for you. And when you open your eyes, just barely, just enough, you find yourself nestled inside a small wood-paneled room, Compartment 7B. A single made-up bed beneath a quiet window, thick wool blankets folded warm around you, a soft reading lamp glowing low, a half cup of tea still warm on the little shelf, and outside the rain has turned, so softly, into snow, somewhere past Hirosaki. The world is going white, and quiet, and slow, and you are already so safe here. Chapter 1. Returning to 7B. You slide open the compartment door, and the small brass handle gives way with a familiar, low sound. A sound you have heard 100 times before, somewhere between a click and a soft sigh of metal settling against wood. The door rolls along its track, slowly, smoothly, and you step inside the small wood-paneled room, letting your hand trail along the polished edge of the doorframe as you cross the threshold. The light meets you first. A single reading lamp glows amber from its place above the bench, its small fabric shade casting a circle of honeyed warmth across the cedar walls. Walls the color of tea, steeped just a little too long, dark and grained and softened by years of lamplight. You feel the warmth of that glow on your cheeks before you feel anything else, the way you might feel the heat of a low fire from across a quiet room. The scent reaches you next. Warm cedar, that dry, sweet wood smell that holds the memory of every winter it has weathered. And underneath it, something fainter, something quieter. Pine resin, just a trace, the way a forest smells at the edge of evening. And beneath that still, the soft scent of old paper, of book pages turned slowly over many seasons, of timetables tucked into seat pockets, of letters once written here and carried away again. You breathe it in slowly, and the air feels gentle in your chest. The dark window holds the night beyond it. You can see your own reflection there, faint and amber-edged, framed by the cedar moulding, and beyond the glass, the world is only suggestion. Shapes of pine boughs slipping past, the deep blue-black of a winter sky, a few far-off lights that drift and vanish like the embers of distant lanterns. You watch for a moment, just a moment, and the train rocks softly beneath you, and the lamplight on the glass flickers ever so slightly as you move. The made-up bed waits at the far side of the compartment, tucked neatly into its alcove beneath the window. A stack of folded wool blankets rests at its foot. 3 of them, perhaps 4, deep grey and forest green, and the colour of cream gone slightly amber with age. The pillow is plump and freshly cased in linen, smoothed by careful hands long before you arrived. The sheets are turned down at one corner, just so, as if the room itself has been quietly expecting you. You let your eyes rest there, and something in you softens. You set your bag down beside the bench, slowly, the small thud of it almost soundless against the carpeted floor. The carpet is the deep red of old wine, patterned faintly with leaves and small geometric shapes, and it absorbs every step, every sound, holding the quiet inside the room like a held breath. You feel the carpet beneath you, even through the soles of your shoes, soft and giving, a quiet floor to match the quiet walls. The compartment is small, and that smallness is its kindness. Everything is within reach. The reading lamp, the bench, the narrow shelf, the brass hook by the door, the window with its dark velvet curtain drawn halfway back. You let your eyes wander across each surface, slowly, naming nothing, simply noticing the cedar grain, the warm metal of the fittings, the slightly worn polish on the edge of the small table where countless cups of tea have rested before yours. And outside, somewhere far off and very faint, you can hear the first hush of snow beginning to find the windows. A sound so soft, it is almost not a sound at all, just the suggestion of weather, just the gentle pressing of small white flakes against dark glass. The lamp glows warmer for it, somehow. The cedar feels warmer for it. You stand, just for a moment longer, in the doorway of the small, bright room, and you feel yourself arrive. Chapter 2. The Small Rituals. You lower yourself onto the edge of the bench, slowly, and the cushion gives beneath you with a soft, welcoming pressure. The wood of the bench creaks once, gently, the way old wood does when it remembers being sat upon. You bend forward, unhurried, and reach for the laces of your shoes. The laces come loose under your fingers with a quiet, satisfying give. That small unwinding that always seems to mark the end of something. You slip off one shoe, then the other, and the soft click of the soles meeting the carpeted floor is barely a sound at all, more a settling than a sound. You place them side by side beneath the bench, neatly, the toes pointing the same direction, the small ritual of order quietly observed. Your feet rest now on the soft carpet, and you feel the warmth of the compartment rise around your ankles, gentle as a breath. The train rocks beneath you, slowly. A long, easy rocking, side to side, the way a cradle moves, the way a boat moves on a calm lake at dusk. You feel that rocking enter your shoulders, and your shoulders, without instruction, begin to lower. You rise, slowly, and turn toward the small brass hook fixed beside the door. Your coat is heavy across your arms, heavy with the cold of the platform you left behind, heavy with the weight of the day that brought you here. You lift it, and you feel that weight transfer through your forearms, and you fold it once, then twice, the wool soft beneath your palms, the lining cool where the cold has not yet faded from it. You hang it on the hook, and the coat settles there with a quiet drape, and the room feels lighter for it. Your arms feel lighter for it, too. The train hums beneath you, low and continuous, a sound so steady it has already begun to feel like quiet. The wheels turn against the rails far below, a soft rhythmic murmur, the same 3 or 4 notes repeating, a song without words being played somewhere beneath the floor. You hear it, and you do not need to listen to it. It listens to you instead. You move to the narrow shelf set into the wall above the bench, and you reach for the small enameled cup of tea that someone has placed there for you, the porcelain warm against your fingertips, the steam rising in slow curls toward the cedar ceiling. You place it where you can easily reach it from the bed, just there, beside the lamp. Beside it, you set your paperback. A soft, worn cover, the corners gently rounded by other journeys, the pages slightly cool to the touch. You arrange them slowly, taking your time, the way you would arrange small stones along a windowsill. The fabric of your sleeves brushes the cedar of the wall, a whisper of cotton against wood, and you notice how the sound of your own movements has grown softer, quieter, as if the room itself is teaching you to move more gently. You feel your hands moving slowly, and you let them move at the pace the room asks of them. The compartment rocks. The wheels hum. The lamp glows. Somewhere far away, snow continues to find the dark window, and the small bed waits with its folded wool blankets, patient as the night. You stand, briefly, in the center of the small, bright room, and you feel each of these small rituals settle inside you. The shoes placed neatly, the coat hung carefully, the tea and the paperback within easy reach. Nothing else needs to be done. Nothing else is asked of you. The room is ready. You are ready, and the night, slowly, is just beginning to fold itself around the train. Chapter 3. Past Hirosaki. You reach up, slowly, and draw the small curtain halfway across the window, leaving just enough glass uncovered to see the night moving past. The fabric is heavy in your fingers, lined and soft, and it slides along its little brass rail with a quiet whisper of metal on metal. Outside, the rain that had been streaking the glass all evening has begun, slowly, to change. The drops grow slower, less certain of themselves, and then, almost as if the night has shifted its mind, they begin to drift instead of fall. First one, then another, and then dozens at once. Snowflakes, white and unhurried, lit briefly by the warm glow of your compartment lamp as they slip past, vanishing again into the dark. You lean a little closer to the window, letting your shoulder rest against the cool wall of the carriage. The wall hums faintly, the gentle vibration of the rails passing through the metal and into your bones, a steady mechanical lullaby running just beneath everything. You can feel the train moving, slowly and surely, the long curve of the track cradling the carriage like a patient hand. The rumble beneath your feet is muffled tonight, softened, as though the snow already gathering along the rails has begun to dampen every sound, wrapping the carriage in a quiet that grows quieter still. Somewhere, far ahead in the dark, a station bell rings. Just one note, clear and small, and then nothing. The train does not slow. The bell was perhaps for another train, or for no train at all, simply a custom of the line that has been kept for as long as anyone remembers. You picture the bell in its small wooden housing, the rope swaying, the platform empty, the snow gathering along the painted line where the morning doors will open. And then it is gone, lost behind you, lost in the great long dark that the train is so calmly stitching itself through. Lights appear. A station. Hirosaki, perhaps, or one of the smaller stops between. You cannot quite tell, and it does not matter. For a few seconds, the night brightens. You see lanterns strung along an empty platform, their light blurred by snow into soft yellow halos. You see the small green and red signal lamps glowing at the far end of the platform, holding their patient colors. You see a single figure beneath a heavy coat, hands tucked deep into pockets, watching the train pass without hurry. And then the lights slip away. The dark closes back around the window, gentle as a curtain drawn. The station is gone. The figure is gone. Only the falling snow remains, and the soft amber reflection of your own lamp upon the glass. The wind outside has picked up a little, and you can hear it now. A long, low sigh against the side of the carriage, against the seams of the window. It carries the snow sideways for a moment, lifting it in pale ribbons before it settles again. Inside, the air is warm and still. The radiator beneath your seat ticks once, and then again, like a small clock counting in its own quiet time. The lamp glows steadily. Your tea waits. Your paperback waits. The folded blankets, neatly turned at one corner, wait, and outside, the dark countryside continues to roll past, white and quiet, mile after mile, with the snow falling now in earnest, falling and falling, soft as nothing else in the world is soft. You watch a long while, content to do nothing else, content to simply be here, on this train, in this small bright room, slipping slowly, gently, northward through the snow. The window cools where your breath meets it. The bell, somewhere, rings again, smaller now, smaller still, and then it too is folded into the muffled, drifting white of the night. Chapter 4. Beneath the wool. You rise from the small chair, slowly, and you cross the few quiet steps to the bed. The lamp glows just behind you, casting your soft shadow across the wall. You reach down, and with both hands you take the corner of the heavy wool blanket and turn it back, folding it down in one slow, even motion. The wool is dense and warm to the touch, almost weighted, the kind of blanket made for long winter nights on long winter trains. Beneath it, the sheets are cool and smooth, crisp where they have been tucked tightly at the foot, soft where they fold over the pillow at the top. You sit on the edge of the bed first, letting the mattress accept your weight. It is firmer than you expected, but kind, supportive, the way a good bed should be. You swing your legs up, slowly, and you slide your feet beneath the sheets. The coolness against your soles is brief, a small, clean sensation, and almost at once it begins to warm against the soft heat of your skin. You feel that warmth start in your toes and spread, gently, into the arches of your feet, into your ankles. It is your own warmth, returning to you, held softly beneath the wool. You lie back, slowly, and the pillow receives your head. It is generous, lightly stuffed, yielding without collapsing, and the cotton case smells faintly of clean cedar and starched linen. Your shoulders settle. The blanket, when you draw it up over yourself, is heavier than you anticipated, and the weight of it is a quiet comfort, pressing softly along the length of you, along your chest, your hips, your knees. A small, steady pressure that feels somehow like being gently held. The train sways, slowly, side to side, on its long northbound rails. The motion is not strong, only enough to remind your body that you are moving, that the world is carrying you somewhere through the dark while you rest. You feel the rhythm of it begin to find you. A slow rocking, side to slow side. The kind of motion that small children sleep through on the laps of patient grandparents. And now, slowly, you become aware of the warmth gathering inside you, beneath the wool. It begins, you notice, at your feet. Your toes are warm. Your ankles are warm. The warmth moves slowly up the length of your calves, soft and even, like sunlight rising on a wall. It reaches your knees, and your knees soften beneath it. It rises into your thighs, slowly, and your thighs grow heavy, sinking just a little further into the mattress. The warmth continues, slowly, slowly. It reaches the small of your back, and the small of your back releases, sinking into the warm sheets. It rises into your belly, slow and quiet, and your breath there grows easier, fuller, less hurried. It reaches your chest, and your chest grows warm beneath the blanket, your heart slow and steady inside it. It moves into your shoulders, and your shoulders, which have carried so many small things for so long, simply let go. They settle. They soften. The warmth slips down the length of each arm, slowly, into your elbows, your wrists, your hands. Your fingers uncurl against the sheet. Finally, the warmth rises into your neck, into the back of your head where it meets the pillow, into your jaw, your temples. Your face softens. Your eyelids grow heavy, warm, content to lower. The whole of you now is warm beneath the heavy wool, and the train rocks slowly, slowly, northward through the snow, carrying you gently, gently, into the long, quiet country of sleep. Chapter 5. The slow warmth. The train rocks on, slowly, slowly, and beneath the heavy wool you feel a soft heat rising from the polished brass grate set into the wall of Compartment 7B, just above your shoulder, and warming you deeper still. The air smells faintly of old varnish and clean linen, of pine boards warmed by long use, of winter held just beyond the glass. You feel the warmth touch your shoulder, and you feel your shoulder soften beneath it, soften and lower, sinking just a little deeper into the mattress, into the slow give of the wool beneath you. The blanket itself has weight, real weight, the honest weight of dense wool woven thick for cold northern nights, and it presses down across the whole length of you, a long, even pressure that gathers you gently into the bed. You feel it across your chest, rising and falling with your breath, rising slowly, falling slowly, the warm grain of it pressing softly against the cotton of your nightshirt. You feel it across your hips, holding you, steady and kind. You feel it across your thighs, your knees, the long bones of your shins, all the way down to your ankles, where the tucked edge meets the iron bed frame with a quiet, comforting firmness. And the warmth, the slow rising warmth, begins now in your feet. You feel it first in your toes, in the small soft pads of them, a gentle blooming heat that spreads, slowly, slowly, into the arches of your feet, into the heels resting against the smooth sheet. The warmth moves like honey, like slow honey, upward into your ankles, and your ankles soften. It rises into the long, warm muscles of your calves, and your calves soften. It moves slowly, slowly into the backs of your knees, into the heavy, long warmth of your thighs, and your thighs soften, sinking into the wool beneath you, heavier now, slower now, content. The warmth rises into your hips, and your hips release, settling deeper into the bed. It rises into the low curve of your back, easing the small tension there, smoothing it, melting it slowly into the warmth of the wool. It moves upward, slowly, slowly, into your belly, which rises softly with each breath, falls softly with each breath, the warm wool moving with you, the heated air still breathing gently across your shoulder. You feel the warmth bloom into your chest, into the open space behind your ribs, into the steady, quiet rhythm of your heart. It rises into your shoulders, where it meets the breath of the vent, and the two warmths join, and your shoulders lower, lower still, into the pillow. The warmth moves down each arm, slowly, into your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists. Your hands, lying loose beside you, grow warm, and your fingers grow warm, and your fingers soften against the sheet, uncurled, unhurried, at peace. Finally, the warmth gathers itself and rises, slowly, into your neck, into the soft place beneath your jaw, into the warm hollow behind your ears. It moves into your temples, into your forehead, into the soft skin around your eyes. Your face softens. Your jaw releases. Your eyelids grow heavier still. Outside the window, the snow falls slowly, soundlessly, and the long train rocks gently on its rails, and the heated vent breathes its slow, warm breath across your shoulder, and the heavy wool holds you, and the warmth holds you, and you are warm, all of you, warm and held, warm and slow, warm and drifting, slowly, slowly, deeper. Chapter 6. Cheek to glass. You turn your head, slowly, just slightly, against the soft cotton of the pillow, and as you turn, your cheek finds the cool, smooth surface of the window glass beside the bed. The contrast is quiet and pleasant and slow. Your cheek is warm, warm from the blanket, warm from the breath of the vent, and the glass is cool, gently cool, a soft winter cool that touches your skin without sharpness, without surprise, only the quiet, steady coolness of glass that has watched the snow fall for many hours. You let your cheek rest there, against the glass, and you feel the long, soft difference of it, the warmth of you, the coolness of the window, the slow, steady meeting place between. And as your cheek rests there, the small muscles in your face begin, slowly, to soften. The fine muscles around your eyes soften. The muscles at the corners of your mouth soften. The muscles in your jaw release, slowly, slowly, and your jaw grows heavier, lower, easier, until your teeth no longer touch, until your tongue rests soft and quiet behind your lips. Beyond the glass, the snow drifts past in slow procession. You see it without effort, almost without seeing, the white flakes turning slowly in the dim light spilling from the compartment lamp, each one drifting downward, each one drifting sideways, each one drifting slowly into the deep blue dark of the northern night. There is no sound from the snow, no sound at all. Snow does not speak. Snow only falls, slowly, slowly, in long, quiet curtains beyond the window, and the world it falls through is silent, and wide, and very far away. and the train rocks. The train rocks slowly now, more slowly than before, the long sway of the carriage having found its deepest and steadiest rhythm. You feel it in your shoulders, the slow, gentle rocking, and your shoulders soften further into the wool. You feel it in the long bones of your back, and your back softens. You feel it in your hips, in your legs, in the warm, heavy weight of your feet beneath the blanket, and each part of you softens, slowly, in turn. The muscles in the back of your neck release, slowly, and the small, fine muscles along your scalp release with them. The muscles across your forehead smooth and lower. The muscles at your temples release. Your eyebrows rest. Your eyelids rest, heavy now, very heavy, content to lie closed against the warmth of your cheek and the coolness of the glass. The slow rocking continues. The slow falling snow continues. The slow, soft breath of the heated vent continues, warm across your shoulder. And you continue, slowly, slowly, to soften, each small muscle in turn, the small muscles in your shoulders, the long muscles of your arms, the soft, loose muscles of your hands. Your fingers grow heavier. Your wrists grow heavier. Your elbows grow heavier. Your shoulders sink slowly into the pillow, into the wool, into the long, slow rocking of the train. You breathe in slowly. You breathe out slowly. The warm cheek, the cool glass, the soundless snow, the slow sway of the carriage moving steadily northward through the long blue dark. Your belly rises slowly. Your belly falls slowly. The heavy wool moves with you, slowly, slowly, kindly. Your eyelids do not open. There is no reason to open them. The snow falls beyond the window, whether you watch it or not, and the train rocks beneath you, whether you feel it or not, and the warm, soft weight of the blanket holds you, whether you notice or not, and the slow, quiet country of sleep moves closer, and closer still, slowly, slowly, gathering you in. Chapter 7. The long rocking. The carriage sways, slowly, beneath you. Slowly, the way a cradle sways when no one is watching, the way a small boat sways on a quiet harbor at the end of the day. You feel the long, slow rocking of the train moving through the snow, and the long, slow rocking moves through you also, gentle as breath, soft as wool. Your shoulders sink a little deeper into the bedding. Your hips settle a little heavier into the warm hollow your body has made. The blanket lies over you, heavy and kind, rising and falling with the slow rocking of the carriage, slowly, slowly, slowly. Outside the window, far away, the snow is still falling. You do not see it, but you know it is there, soft as flour, soft as feathers, drifting down past the frosted glass in long, quiet veils that no one hears. The world beyond the train has gone hushed. The little villages are buried. The pines hold their snow patiently on every branch. The fields are smooth and pale, and the moon is somewhere behind the clouds, glowing dimly through them, and none of it asks anything of you. None of it needs you to look. None of it needs you to listen. It is simply there, breathing quietly, the way the night breathes quietly, the way you are breathing quietly now. In and out. In and out. Each breath is a little longer than the one before. Each breath fills you a little more slowly and leaves you a little more slowly. And between one breath and the next, there is a small, soft pause, like the pause between two notes of a faraway song. You do not have to count them. You do not have to think about them. Your body knows how to breathe, and your body is breathing, slowly, slowly, with the rocking of the train. Somewhere far down the corridor, very softly, the train makes its small, familiar sounds. The distant click of the rails far beneath you, muffled by the snow into something like a heartbeat, slow and steady and far away. The faint creak of a wooden panel settling for the night. The whispered hush of warm air moving through the vent above your bunk. All of it is small. All of it is distant. All of it belongs to the train, not to you, and the train is carrying you, slowly, slowly, through the long blue dark. Your eyelids are warm. Your eyelids are heavy. Your eyelids rest, gently closed, and behind them there is only soft darkness, the soft darkness of a snowy night, inside a warm, small room. You do not need to picture anything. You do not need to remember anything. The rocking takes care of all of that, slowly, slowly, the way a tide takes care of small stones on a shore, smoothing them, settling them, holding them. Your breath grows longer still. Your breath grows slower still. The carriage sways and sways again, each motion longer and slower than the last, each motion folding you deeper into the warm wool, deeper into the soft hush of the snow, deeper into the long, quiet country that is gathering you in. You feel your jaw soften. You feel your throat soften. You feel your chest rise, slowly, and fall, slowly, with the long rocking of the train. There is nowhere else to be. There is nothing else to do. There is only this slow sway, this slow breath, this slow snow falling somewhere beyond the glass. Slowly, slowly, carrying you on. Slowly, carrying you on. Slowly, carrying you on. Chapter 8. Snow and Sleep. The small lamp above your bed has dimmed itself. You do not see it dim. You do not need to see it dim. It softens, slowly, from a small warm glow to the faintest of glows, and then, slowly, slowly, to nothing at all, and the carriage holds you in soft darkness, warm darkness, the kind of darkness that is full of safe, quiet sound. Snow at the window, breath at the blanket, the slow, slow rocking of the train. You are very heavy now. Your body is very heavy now, in the kindest way, the way a snowdrift is heavy on the silent ground, the way warm wool is heavy across the chest of someone sleeping. The warmth moves through you, slowly. It rests in your feet, soft and gathered, and your feet are heavy, warm. It rests in your calves, soft and gathered, and your calves are heavy, warm. It rises, slowly, into your knees, into your thighs, and they soften, slowly, into the bedding beneath you, slowly. The warmth moves on, slowly, into your hips, into the small of your back, and they rest, fully, into the warm hollow of the bed. Your belly is warm. Your belly is heavy. Your belly rises, slowly, and falls, slowly. The blanket moving with it, slowly. Your chest is warm. Your chest is heavy. Your chest rises, slowly, and falls, slowly. And the long, quiet breath of you moves with the long, quiet breath of the snow. The warmth moves on. Your shoulders soften into the pillow, slowly. Your arms are heavy and warm at your sides, slowly. Your hands rest, open and easy, on the warm wool of the blanket, slowly. Your fingers are warm. Your fingers are still. The warmth moves up, slowly, into your neck, into your jaw, and your jaw softens, slowly. Your tongue rests softly behind your teeth. Your cheeks soften. Your eyelids are warm, heavy, closed. Your forehead is smooth. Your forehead is soft. The warmth gathers at the crown of your head, slowly, and rests there, slowly, and the whole of you is warm, and the whole of you is held, and the whole of you is heavy, slowly, slowly. Outside, the snow keeps falling, slowly, quietly. Beyond the frosted window, far, far away, the world is white and still, and the train moves through it without asking anything of you. The slow rocking carries you. The slow rocking carries you. The slow rocking carries you. In and out. In and out. Each breath longer than the last. Each breath softer than the last. Blanket rises, slowly, and falls, slowly. The snow falls, slowly, and falls, slowly. The lamp is dark. The window is dark. The compartment is warm. You are warm. You are held. You are heavy. You are soft. You are carried, slowly, 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 through the long blue dark. In and out. In and out. The slow rocking. The slow snow. The slow breath. The slow warmth. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Somewhere between one slow breath and the next, the train carries you on. Somewhere between one slow breath and the next, the snow keeps falling. Somewhere between one slow breath and the next, the warm wool holds you, fully, kindly. Somewhere between one slow breath and the next, you are gone. Sleep, now. Sleep. The snow will keep falling without you. The train will keep rocking without you. The blanket will keep you warm without you. There is nothing left to do. There is nothing left to hold. There is only the slow, soft dark, gathering you in, slowly, slowly, slowly. And so you let it go. The folded bed, the falling snow, the soft rocking of the train. All of it slips quietly away, the way a thought slips away just before sleep. You do not need to hold any of it. You do not need to remember. You feel yourself drifting deeper, down beneath the surface of the night. And somewhere far away, the rails are still singing their long, soft song. And when you open your eyes, just barely, you are still here, still in Compartment 7B. The lamp has dimmed almost to darkness now. The window is still full of falling snow. The rails are still rocking, slow and steady, somewhere on the long northern stretch between Hirosaki and the sea. There is only the window, the snow, the rhythm of the rails, and your own slow, soft breath, carrying you further north, into the long, quiet night. Chapter 1. Compartment 7B. You ease the small sliding door closed behind you, and the soft brass latch finds its catch with a quiet, satisfied click, as if the compartment itself had been waiting all evening for you to arrive. The narrow berth is already made, the sheets turned down at a clean diagonal, and the wool blanket lies folded across the foot of the bed in a slow, heavy shape that promises warmth without weight. You sit on the edge of the mattress for a long moment, listening, letting your shoulders drop, letting the long walk down the platform settle out of your legs. The carriage gives a gentle, almost apologetic shudder beneath you, and somewhere far ahead, a single bell chimes once, low and round, the conductor letting Hirosaki know that the night train is leaving. You bend down and unlace your boots slowly, one loop at a time, and the leather sighs as you slip your feet free. The floor under your stockinged soles is faintly warm from the heater along the wall, and you can feel the soft hum of it through the wood, a steady, sleepy vibration that already feels like part of the room. You stand and turn down the wool blanket, and the weight of it surprises you, dense and forgiving, the kind of weight that seems to ask very little of you in return for everything it gives. You slide between the sheets, and the cotton is cool against your back for only a breath before it begins to warm to your skin, and you draw the blanket up to your chest in one slow, deliberate motion. The lamp above the window has already been dimmed almost to darkness, only the faintest amber glow remaining, and it pools in a small, soft circle on the polished cedar paneling of the wall. You notice the panels for the first time now, the long honey-colored grain, the faint vertical seams, and you breathe in slowly through your nose, and there it is, the scent of the cedar, dry and clean, and just a little sweet, the way an old wardrobe smells when you open it on a winter afternoon. The scent is quiet, almost shy, and it seems to drift down from the wood in slow currents that match the rhythm of your breath. Beneath you, The carriage finds its pace. The wheels have begun their long conversation with the rails, and the 4-beat click is starting to come into focus. The first beat soft, the second a touch sharper, the third softer again, the fourth almost a whisper, and then the pattern begins again, slowly, slowly, like something patient counting itself to sleep. You feel the slow sway of the compartment in your shoulders, a gentle, side-to-side movement, the kind of motion a cradle might make if a cradle were large enough to carry you north through the snow. You turn your head into the pillow, and the wool blanket follows you, settling at your collarbone, tucking itself into the angle of your throat, as though it knew where to go. Your hands rest one over the other on top of the blanket, and you feel the slight rise and fall of your own chest beneath them, slow already, slower than when you first sat down. Beyond the dimmed lamp, the window is a dark rectangle, and you can sense rather than see the night moving past, vast and quiet, the long northern fields beginning to whiten. You close your eyes for a moment, just to listen, and the click of the rails meets the hum of the heater, meets the small, steady sound of your own breathing, and they all agree with one another, gently, that nothing else is needed now, nothing at all, only this, only the narrow, warm berth of Compartment 7B, only the slow, northbound carriage, only the long, quiet night beginning to gather you in. Chapter 2. The Window and the Snow. You turn your head on the pillow, slowly, the cotton cool again, where your cheek finds a new place to rest, and your eyes open just enough to take in the window. The glass is large and dark, set deep into the cedar frame, and beyond it the night is no longer empty. The snow has begun. You hadn't seen it start, and yet there it is, already steady, already settled into its own quiet rhythm, drifting down in long, weightless lines that seem to fall more slowly than snow should fall. You watch without thinking. The flakes appear one by one in the small amber halo of the lamp, lit for an instant against the dark, each one bright and particular and impossibly delicate, and then they are gone, slipping past the edge of the light into the deep blue beyond. You notice that no two flakes seem to follow the same path. One drifts straight down, one curves gently to the right, as though leaning into the breath of the train. One hesitates, almost stops, and then continues, lazy, unhurried, in no rush at all to reach the ground. The world beyond the window is muffled, almost soundless. You can hear the 4-beat click of the rails beneath you, soft and steady, and the low hum of the heater along the wall, and the faint, even sound of your own breathing. But the snow itself makes no sound, and the fields beyond make no sound, and the whole vast white country outside seems to have agreed to a long, gentle hush. Even the distant whistle of the train, when it comes, arrives so softened by the snow that it sounds less like a whistle and more like a long, low sigh, far away, fading almost before you are sure you heard it. You can feel the lamp on your cheek, faintly. Just a thread of warmth, only the suggestion of it, the way a low candle warms the side of your face from across a small room. The warmth is the color of the light, that soft amber, and it seems to settle into the skin just below your eye, just along the curve of your cheekbone, slowly, patiently, a small kind warmth that asks nothing of you. Your other cheek, the one against the pillow, is cool, and the contrast between the two is gentle, pleasant, the kind of contrast that makes a body feel held. The snow continues. You watch it drift past, slowly, and you notice that the longer you watch, the more the snow seems to be falling, not down past the window, but past you, with you, as if you and the train and the snow were all moving together through some larger, slower current of the night. The flakes appear in the lamplight. The flakes vanish into the dark. The flakes appear again. The rhythm of it begins to match the rhythm of your breath, slowly, without your asking it to, and you let it. Your eyelids grow heavier, slowly, and you let them. You do not close them yet. You only let them rest a little lower, and the lamp halo softens at the edges, and the snowflakes blur into long, slow streaks of light, and the dark beyond them deepens into something soft and velvet and kind. The wool blanket is warm across your chest. The pillow is cool against your cheek. The rails click, slowly, 4 soft beats, then 4 soft beats again. The snow falls, slowly, drifting north with you through the long, quiet night, and you watch it, slowly, slowly, until watching itself begins to feel like resting, and resting begins to feel like the only thing left to do. Chapter 3. The 4-beat click. The carriage continues north. The snow continues drifting past the window in those long, slow streaks. And beneath all of it, beneath the warmth of the blanket and the coolness of the pillow, there is a sound that you slowly begin to notice. A sound that has been there all along, patient and unhurried, waiting for your attention to soften enough to find it. It is the click of the rails. 4 soft beats, then 4 soft beats again. Click, 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 click. A pause. Click, 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 click. Another pause. It never hurries. It never stumbles. It moves through the floor of the carriage with the steadiness of something that has been doing this for a very long time, and intends to keep doing it for a very long time more. You let your attention rest on it the way you might rest your hand on a smooth stone, lightly, without effort. The clicking does not demand to be listened to. It does not rise or fall in volume. It simply continues. 4 beats and a pause, 4 beats and a pause, the way a slow heart might beat if a slow heart had wheels and a long iron track, and all the time in the world. Beneath the clicking, you begin to feel the gentle sway of the carriage. It is so soft, you almost did not notice it. The carriage leans, just slightly, to one side, and then, just as slowly, back to the other. A long, slow rocking, side, and side, side, and side. It is rocking you the way a wooden cradle rocks, the way a small boat rocks on a sleeping lake, the way a hand might rock a basket of warm bread to settle it down. The sway moves through the blanket, and the blanket moves with you, and your shoulders sink a little deeper into the seat, slowly, as the carriage tilts and returns. You notice now how the clicking and the swaying have found each other. The rails click 4 times, and somewhere within those 4 clicks, the carriage rocks once to the left and once to the right. The 2 rhythms have agreed on something quiet and unhurried, a slow agreement that asks nothing of you, expects nothing from you, only continues, gently, in the dim air of the compartment. The pillow rests cool and soft beneath your cheek, and you can hear, very faintly, the clicking traveling up through the wooden floor, up through the cushion of the seat, up through the pillow, until it is right there behind your ear, like the soft tap of a small finger against a wooden table. Click, 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 pause, click, 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 pause. You let the rhythm carry your breath without choosing how to breathe. You let the sway carry the weight of your body without choosing how to rest. The clicking moves slowly along your spine. The sway moves slowly across your chest, and somewhere in the warm space between them, your shoulders soften, slowly. Your jaw softens, slowly. The small muscles around your eyes soften, slowly, until your eyelids feel as heavy as the wool blanket itself. Outside, the snow keeps drifting north with you, slow streaks of white against the dark velvet beyond the glass. Inside, the carriage keeps rocking, slowly, side and side, and the rails keep clicking, slowly. 4 beats and a pause, 4 beats and a pause, and you rest, slowly, into the quiet metronome beneath the floor, the steady, patient 4-beat click that asks nothing of you at all, and gives only the slow gift of a rhythm you do not have to keep. Chapter 4. Warmth beneath the blanket. Beneath the wool blanket, something is gathering, slowly. You did not ask it to gather. You did not have to do anything at all. It is simply collecting in the small dark space between the blanket and your skin, the way warmth collects in a sun-warmed stone, the way warmth collects in a cup of tea left on a wooden table, the way warmth collects in a sleeping cat curled against your side. It is a soft, low warmth. It has no sharpness to it. It has no hurry. It is simply there, slowly, where a moment ago it was not. You feel it first at your feet. The warmth is there, settling around your toes, around the arches, around your heels. It is as though the blanket has decided to remember every part of your feet, one by one, and to hold them gently in a hand made of wool and quiet air. You feel your toes soften inside the warmth. You feel the small muscles at the bottoms of your feet release something they did not know they were holding. The warmth is patient. It does not move on until your feet have agreed to receive it. And then, slowly, it begins to climb. It rises into your ankles, slowly. It rises into your shins, slowly. It moves up the long bones of your calves, the way warm water might rise through a glass jar, slow and even and without rush. You feel the backs of your calves grow heavy against the seat. You feel the fronts of your shins grow soft beneath the blanket. The warmth keeps rising, slowly, slowly, until it reaches the curve of your knees, and there it pauses, gathering, the way warm light gathers in a low window at the end of a winter afternoon. And as the warmth gathers at your knees, you take, slowly, your first deliberate breath. In through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. A soft, full breath, drawn slowly through the small, dim air of the compartment, slowly into the top of your chest, slowly down into the bottom of your lungs. You hold it, gently, for a single soft moment, a moment no longer than the space between 2 clicks of the rail. And then, slowly, you release it, out, and out, and out, and out, and out, and out, longer than the breath that came in. A long, slow exhale that carries with it the last small tension of the day, that carries with it the cold of the platform, that carries with it everything that does not belong in the warm space beneath the blanket. In, slowly. 2, 3, 4. Hold. And out, slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The rails click beneath you. 4 beats and a pause. 4 beats and a pause. Carriage sways, gently, side and side. The warmth at your knees deepens and begins, slowly, to consider rising higher. In, slowly. 2, 3, 4. Hold. And out, slowly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The blanket grows heavier, warmer, kinder. Your feet are warm. Your calves are warm. Your knees are warm. Space beneath the wool is its own small country, a quiet, warm country with snow falling slowly outside its windows, and a steady 4-beat rhythm humming beneath its floor. You breathe, slowly, again. In through the nose, soft and full. Out through the mouth, longer and softer still. And the warmth, patient as the rails, keeps gathering, slowly, slowly, beneath the wool blanket, beginning at your feet and rising, slowly, into everything it touches, asking nothing, hurrying nowhere, simply warming you, slowly, into the long, quiet night. Chapter 5. The slow exhale. The warmth that began at your feet has been rising, slowly, all this time, climbing the wool blanket like a tide that has nowhere to be. And now, slowly, it reaches the small of your back, then the long line of your spine, then the soft place between your shoulder blades, settling there like a hand laid gently across you in the dark. You feel it spread slowly outward into your shoulders, into the rounded slope where the neck meets the shoulder, into the upper arms heavy against the mattress, and as it spreads, your shoulders, which have carried so many small invisible things today, begin slowly to let go. They sink by a fraction of an inch into the pillow beneath your head, and then by another fraction, and the pillow, cool on its top surface and warm where your cheek has been resting, accepts them without a sound. Outside, the snow keeps falling, slowly, in that soundless way that snow falls at night, each flake drifting past the frosted window, as if it, too, has decided to slow down for the night. Beneath the floor of the carriage, the long 4-beat rhythm of the rails continues. Click, 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 click. Soft and patient, neither hurrying you nor holding you, simply carrying you, slowly, deeper into the long, quiet north. You breathe, slowly, in through the nose, and you feel the breath move under the warm chest. And then you let it out, slowly, through slightly parted lips, and the exhale, this time, is just a little longer than the inhale, a little softer, a little more given away. You do not have to do anything to make this happen. The breath itself has begun to lengthen, the way the day lengthens into evening, the way the snow gathers slowly on the windowsill, the way the warmth gathers slowly under the blanket. With the next slow exhale, you feel the jaw, which has been holding a small unnoticed tightness all day, begin to unclench. The teeth part, slowly, behind closed lips. The tongue rests, slowly, on the floor of the mouth. The small muscles at the hinge of the jaw, just in front of the ears, let go of something they did not need to be holding. And as the jaw softens, the cheeks soften too, and the soft place beneath the cheekbones, and the corners of the mouth, all of it sinking, slowly, into the warm weight of the pillow. With the next slow exhale, the brow smooths, the small gathered place between the eyebrows, which has been faintly knit for so long you had forgotten it was there, opens, slowly, like a piece of paper that has been folded a long time and is at last being laid flat. The temples soften. The skin behind the ears softens. The whole forehead becomes wide and quiet and warm, and the breath, slowly, keeps lengthening. In through the nose, soft and full, and the soft hush of snow against the glass seems to come in with it. Out through the parted lips, longer and softer still, and the long sway of the carriage seems to ride out with it. In, and the rails click their slow, patient 4 beats beneath you. Out, and the warmth spreads, slowly, into the spaces the breath has just left behind. You are not doing the breathing. The breathing is doing itself, slowly, the way the snow falls itself, The way the train carries itself, slowly, slowly, through the long, quiet night. And with each long, slow, given away exhale, your shoulders settle a little deeper. Your jaw softens a little more. Your brow grows a little smoother. And the warm, dark country of the berth grows. Slowly, a little kinder still. Chapter 6. Snow, rails, breath. Snow is falling, slowly, beyond the window. Rails are clicking, slowly, beneath the floor. Breath is slowing, slowly, beneath the wool blanket. 3 soft sounds, 3 soft rhythms, woven, slowly, into one long, quiet cloth that is being drawn, slowly, up over you in the dark. Snow falling, rails clicking, breath slowing. The warmth, which has been gathering all this while, now rests, fully, in the center of the chest, like a small, low lamp turned down to its softest setting. You feel it there, slowly, glowing under the blanket, warm and round and patient. And as you breathe, slowly, in through the nose and out, longer, through slightly parted lips, the warmth begins, slowly, to spread downward, down across the ribs, one slow rib at a time, down into the soft place at the base of the breastbone, down, slowly, into the belly. The belly grows heavy. Not heavy in a way that is too much. Heavy in the way a warm river stone is heavy when you hold it in your palm. Heavy in the way a sleeping cat is heavy when it has decided, finally, to trust the lap it is curled in. The belly rises, slowly, with each long, slow inhale, and falls, slowly, with each longer, slower exhale, and the heaviness gathers there, slowly, with each fall. Snow falling, rails clicking, breath slowing. The warmth moves on, slowly. It pools, slowly, into the hips, which have carried you all day, which have stood and sat and turned and walked and climbed into this berth, now sink, slowly, into the mattress beneath you. The small bones at the back of the pelvis grow heavy. The soft places at the front of the hips grow heavy. The long muscles that wrap the hips grow heavy. And the heaviness, slowly, is welcome. The mattress, slowly, accepts it. The warm, dark country of the berth, slowly, accepts it. Snow falling, rails clicking, breath slowing. The warmth keeps moving, slowly, down into the thighs. The long, heavy muscles at the fronts of the thighs soften, slowly, under the wool. The long, heavy muscles at the backs of the thighs soften, slowly, into the mattress. The insides of the thighs grow warm, and the outsides of the thighs grow warm, and the thighs themselves grow, slowly, so heavy that they seem to belong, now, to the berth, to the train, to the snow, to the long, quiet night. Snow falling, rails clicking, breath slowing, and the rhythm comes around again, slowly, the way the rhythm of the rails comes around again. 4 soft beats, and 4 soft beats, and 4 soft beats. Patient, unhurried, going nowhere you need to follow. Snow falling, slowly, past the window. Rails clicking, slowly, beneath the floor. Breath slowing, slowly, beneath the blanket. The three soft sounds becoming, slowly, one soft sound. The three soft rhythms becoming, slowly, one soft rhythm. The one soft rhythm becoming, slowly, the rhythm of your breathing, which is now the rhythm of the train, which is now the rhythm of the snow, which is now, slowly, simply the rhythm of the night. Snow falling, rails clicking, breath slowing. You breathe slowly. The warmth pools slowly in the chest, in the belly, in the hips, in the thighs. The heaviness gathers slowly in everything it touches, and the long, quiet north keeps carrying you, slowly, slowly, through a snow that never stops falling, on rails that never stop clicking, with a breath that grows, slowly, longer, and softer, and slower, and longer still, into the long, warm, quiet, slowly deepening night. Chapter 7. Drifting toward the sea. Somewhere far ahead of this slow train, beyond hours and hours of falling snow, beyond villages whose lamps you will never see, the sea is waiting in the dark, and you no longer need to picture it. You no longer need to hold any image at all. The sea is simply out there, somewhere, patient, dark, and quiet, and the train is simply moving, slowly, slowly, through the long northern night toward it. And you are simply here, warm, heavy, and slow, on this softly rocking bunk. Snow falling, rails clicking, breath slowing. The refrain returns, softer this time, almost wordless, more like a feeling than a thought. Snow, rails, breath. Snow, rails, breath. And with each turn of those three small words, the edges of your thinking blur a little more, the way distant lights blur through a frosted window, the way shapes lose their outlines just before sleep. You breathe in, slowly, and you feel a warm, golden light gathering at the crown of your head, soft as candlelight, gentle as the lamp in the corner of the compartment. And as you breathe out, slowly, that golden light begins to move, slowly, slowly, down through your forehead, through your temples, through your eyes, dissolving every last trace of holding behind them. The eyelids grow heavier, warmer, slower, and the long quiet night carries you a little further. You breathe in again, slowly, and the golden warmth pools at the base of your throat. You breathe out, slowly, and it flows, slowly, slowly, down through the shoulders, down through the collarbones, down through the chest, where it meets the slow, steady rise and fall of your breathing, and softens everything it touches. The shoulders sink a little deeper into the bunk. The chest grows wider, warmer, slower, and the refrain keeps turning, somewhere underneath. Snow, Rails. Breath. You breathe in once more, slowly, and the warm golden light spreads, slowly, into the belly. You breathe out, slowly, and the belly grows soft and heavy and warm, like a small lantern glowing beneath the blanket. The light spreads, slowly, into the hips, into the low back, into every place that has carried the day, and it loosens, slowly, everything it touches. The blanket grows heavier. The bunk grows softer. And the train keeps moving, slowly, through the snow. You breathe in, slowly, and the golden warmth flows, slowly, down through the thighs, heavy and slow, down through the knees, slow and warm, down through the calves, down through the ankles, down into the feet, until the whole long shape of you feels lit from within by a quiet, golden, slowly pooling light. And the refrain quiets, slowly, almost to a whisper. Snow. Rails. Breath. The compartment itself seems to drift along with you now. The walls feel a little farther away. The lamp seems a little softer. The window, with its slow blur of falling white, feels more like a dream of a window than a window itself. Your thoughts have lost their corners. Your thoughts have lost their hurry. Your thoughts have lost the need to land on anything at all. Snow falling, somewhere out there, slowly. Rails clicking, somewhere below, slowly. Breath slowing, somewhere within, slowly, slowly, slowly. The golden light moves once more, slowly, through the whole of you, dissolving any last small pockets of holding it finds, in the jaw, in the hands, in the soles of the feet. And what is left behind is warm and heavy and quiet and slow. Snow. Rails. Breath. The sea is still waiting, somewhere far ahead, patient in the dark. The train is still carrying you, slowly, toward it. And the long, warm, golden, quiet night keeps gathering around you, slowly, softly, wordlessly, breath by slow, slow breath. Chapter 8. Into the long night. Snow. Rails. Breath. Snow falling, slowly. Rails clicking, slowly. Breath slowing, slowly, slowly, into the long, warm, quiet dark. The lamp in the corner of the compartment glows a little dimmer now, as if it, too, were breathing with you. A little softer with each long exhale. A little softer still. Snow. Rails. Breath. You breathe in slowly. The blanket grows heavier. You breathe out slowly, and something inside you settles a little deeper into the bunk. A little deeper. A little further from the day. Snow. Rails. Breath. The window is only a soft blur of white now. The walls are only a soft hush around you. The bunk is only warmth and weight and slow, slow rocking. And the refrain has grown so quiet that it is barely a refrain at all. Only the shape of 3 small words, drifting through somewhere behind the closed eyes. Snow. Rails. Breath. You breathe in, slowly, and the lamp dims a little more. You breathe out, slowly, longer than before, and the long night opens, slowly, a little wider around you. Snow. Rails. Breath. The pauses between the words are growing now. Long, soft, warm pauses, like deep snow between footprints, like long stretches of dark track between distant lamps. There is no hurry to fill them. There is nothing the words need to say. They are only a soft thread, somewhere underneath, holding nothing, asking nothing, slowing, slowly, with you. You breathe in, slowly, and out, slowly, longer, and softer, and slower. Snow. Rails. Breath. The lamp dims a little more. The compartment grows quieter. The slow rocking of the train becomes the slow rocking of the bunk, becomes the slow rocking of the breath, becomes the slow, warm rocking of something deep inside you that no longer needs a name. You breathe in, slowly. You breathe out, slowly. And a little more of you slips, gently, past the edge of listening, past the edge of thinking, past the edge of the long, soft, golden night. Snow. Rails. Breath. Somewhere, snow is still falling, slowly. Somewhere, rails are still clicking, slowly. Somewhere, a lamp is glowing, dimmer and dimmer, in a small, warm compartment, moving slowly north through the long, quiet dark. And somewhere, here, the breath grows longer, slowly, and softer, slowly, and slower, slowly, until there is only warmth, only weight, only the slow, slow rocking of the train, only the slow, slow rocking of the breath. Snow. Rails. Breath. A long, soft pause. A long, warm pause. A long, slow pause, like deep snow settling over deeper snow. You breathe in, slowly, and out, slowly, slowly, slowly. Snow. Rails. Breath. The lamp dims a little further. The compartment grows softer still. The long night gathers, slowly, gently, warmly, around a slow, slow rhythm of you. Snow. Rails. Breath. And the long, quiet north carries you, slowly, 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 past the edge of listening, into the long, warm, quiet, gently deepening night. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed tonight's stories, let me know in the comments. Which one was your favorite? Sweet dreams.